Promise this isn't piss. Today we're gonna go over 3 color grading mistakes to avoid. Without further ado, number 1, do not oversaturate your footage. It's so easy to crank up the saturation and to be, super stoked and think it looks great. Not sure why I thought oversaturating my footage looked good in the beginning. Maybe it was just the colors, the vibrant colors looked super cool, but it just doesn't look realistic and your footage does not look cinematic whatsoever. So be very, very careful with your that little saturation slider. The second color grading mistake to avoid is making wacky skin tones. A lot of times in my early days, my skin tones would look so red. I don't know why. It just did. Every time I color graded footage from my R6 or my ESR, my skin, I looked like I was sunburned, like I was sitting out in the sun for a week straight. So what you can do is obviously get your white balance right in your camera for your lighting setting. Go into Premiere or whatever editing software you may have. You can actually adjust your skin tones to take away the reds. Or what I've done, what I've found that worked with my R6 is downloading this Cinetone LUT, and it seems to just take out all the harsh red skin tones in my skin. Now you may have a different problem. Maybe your skin tones look a bit green. So isolate your skin tones in whatever software that you use and adjust it using the temperature slider or the tint slider. A lot of times you can pretty much see what looks right with your eye, but if you want to get real detailed, there's plenty of tutorials out there on how to get the absolute perfect skin tones. But for me, I just eye it. If it looks natural, looks good, the reds aren't too crazy, then I'm happy. And the third color grading mistake to avoid is matching your color grade with the tone of your video or your film. It wouldn't make sense to have this vibrant, happy looking color grade in a very moody film. And the same thing applies if you make a film that's maybe a travel, uplifting, motivational film. You're not gonna wanna have moody, dark, cool tones. You may want to have warm, bright, vibrant colors, and you want the viewer to understand the message you're trying to portray in the story, and that tone is one of the most major parts of the feeling that you're trying to make. So those are my 3 major color grading mistakes to avoid. There are a lot more. The color grading pit just never ends. There's just so much to it. The best thing you can do to perfect your color grading is just to keep color grading. It took me about 3 years to finally get happy with my color grades. And even now, I'll look back at a previous video and I'll be like, what was I thinking? The colors don't look right here. The greens are too vibrant. And it just goes on. It's really a never ending learning journey. Get comfortable with it, keep color grading, keep going, because you will get better. And eventually you'll find the colors that make you happy. And that'll do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love y'all.